Cylindrocladium black rot. That is a new disease that was discovered in peanut field in Terry County in 2004. Up until then, the only peanuts that had Cylindrocladium black rot in the United States were located in the southeastern part of the United States, the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida. So that is a very significant event. Cylindrocladium black rot has the potential to be as damaging as Sclerotinia blight. Those are two diseases with a lot of similarities. They both produce sclerotia. In the case of Cylindrocladium black rot, the sclerotia are called microsclerotia. You cannot see them. They're awful small. And they're covered usually in the soil in such a way that you just can't see the sclerotia directly. However, because sclerotia are produced, that means that the fungus can survive for many, many years in the soil, even without a host present. And so we're looking at a long-term survival capabilities. We're also looking at spread through soil. Anything that moves soil in a field can spread the fungus around. Even the act of thrashing peanuts has been known to blow these microsclerotia at least a quarter of a mile in distance. And because they're fairly small, they're lightweight and can be blown a pretty long distance from a harvest operation. And so this is going to be a very difficult disease to contain, similar to Sclerotinia blight, because of the difficulty of cleaning equipment off every time that something enters a field. Even the mud on your tires, your pickup tires, could be transporting it to another field. And so I would anticipate that in 10 years from now, we will see Cylindrocladium blight over dozens and dozens of fields, such as we've seen with Sclerotinia blight over the last 10 years. We went from one field to many dozens of fields, and I would expect Cylindrocladium to spread in a similar manner. Because it hasn't occurred in Texas yet, I cannot say that definitively, because we don't know how it's going to handle our temperatures. 2004 was an extremely cool, wet summer, perfect for Cylindrocladium blight, or Cylindrocladium black rot. So we will have to see when we get to a more typical summer whether this disease can thrive or not. It's only been known to occur currently in one field. That field was probably infested through peanut seed. There was a Virginia variety being planted there, and the seed did come from the southeastern part of the United States. And so we are looking at a very likely to be a seed introduction in this particular case. The symptoms of Cylindrocladium black rot are going to be particularly difficult to make it identified timely. The symptoms of the plants that came into me initially had rotted root systems, a black rotted root system. I thought I was looking at Pythium root rot, and when I isolated, this is the organism that showed up. But it's not a distinct symptom. The roots are distinct in the sense that they're totally rotted. They're black and really rotted. And in most cases, our peanut roots do not get that rotted. And they were there was just thoroughly destruction of those roots. But that's not a real unique symptom. And so I believe that we're going to have problems for a few years learning to identify what exactly it looks like. And so we'll just have to have samples brought in to the Lubbock station, care of Terry Wheeler, for culturing out. That's the only way we're going to know for sure. The literature, if you look at CBR, which is how this disease is abbreviated, in the southeast, they have these little red dots that occur around the soil line. They're called parathecia, and they are a structure that allows some spore production. The parathecia were not seen in the Terry County field. That is a diagnostic symptom if it occurs, but it was not seen in the Terry County field. And so we don't know if our conditions are going to allow that spore stage to be formed or not. Now, in terms of management, again, if you have a known field of CBR, you've got to clean up. You've got to clean up when you exit the field before you go into any other field. Once a field has CBR in the southeast, in a real bad situation, a real bad field, they actually fumigate the soil before planting with metham sodium. Products that would be metham sodium products would include Vapam and Busan 1020. That's, however, an extremely expensive procedure if you have to go that route. alternative methods are to use semi-resistant peanut varieties, and they've been developing those in the southeast, primarily Virginia varieties. We have very little knowledge currently about runner and Spanish varieties and their level of resistance, or they may all be completely susceptible. We are currently working on that. And then the final, of course, point would be chemical control, fungicides over the top during the season. And I do not see them being recommended at this point in the southeast, but I did notice that a bound flowable, which is an oxystrobin, does have a label for suppression of Cylindrocladium. And it's using the highest peanut labeled rate, which is 24.6 fluid ounces per acre. And you are talking suppression rather than control.